Hello students, I Smita Pawar welcome you all to HGV's Mahesh PU College. Today here I am going to solve some of the questions from the chapter Principle of Inheritance and Variation, which is one of the highly weighted chapter for the competitive examination. So let us have first question. How many gametes can be produced by a diploid organism who is heterozygous for 4 loci? Options are here. See student, instead of discussing too much, I will give you one shortcut here. We have got one formula here, that is 2 raised to n, whereas n stands for heterozygous condition. So how many number of heterozygous condition you have? If you replace n with that, you will get the number of types of gametes. So here n is equal to 4. So 2 raised to 4 is 16. So the answer for this question is 16. Let us go to the second question. The percentage of AB gamete produced by AABB parent will be. See student, here the parent is heterozygous in nature. If you do the same question with the previous formula, then also you can get the answer. But the shortcut for this question is just separate the alleles. Just separate the alleles here. Capital A, capital B, small b. Go on recombining them. Capital A, capital B, capital A, small b, small a, capital B, small a, small b. So you have got 4 combination here. If you divide 100 by 4, you get around 25% of the children with the 25% of the gametes with the combination of A and B. So the answer for this question is 25%. Next question. If both the parents are carrier for thalassemia, which is an autosomal recessive disorder, what are the chances of pregnancy resulting in an affected child? See student, key word for this question is autosomal recessive disorder. In this, normal gene will be dominant over the affected gene. So, how shall we do it? Imagine I have got chromosome here. Okay. And what they have said is both the parents are carrier. So if I mark the carrier like this for the thalassemia, if I go on combining the way I did it in the previous question, I'll get if you see in this condition, 25% children will be affected, 25% children will be perfectly normal, and remaining 50% will be normal phenotypically, but they will be carrier for the genotype. So for this question, they have asked us resulting in an affected child. So 25% chances are there that 25% of the kids can get affected with the same disease. Let us go to the next question now. Fourth one. Failure of cytokinesis after telophase stage of the cell division results in an increase in the whole set of chromosomes in an organism. The phenomenon is called as. Looking at the question, you will feel that the question is from the cell division. But what they want to ask here is, in the cell cycle, there are 2 events. One is called as karyokinesis and then cytokinesis. First, nucleus division takes place, followed by the cell division. What they are saying here is karyokinesis has taken place, but it has failed to undergo cytokinesis. Cell has not divided, only 2 nucleus has been divided. In such condition, what will be happening is you will be having one cell with 2 nuclei, that is doubling, and that process itself is called as polyploidy. Poly refers to many, ploidy refers to chromosomal set. So the answer for this question is A. What does mean by aneuploidy? See student, in the genetic disorder you have seen that there are few conditions in which lack of single chromosome may take place, addition of one extra chromosome may take place. So to the set, if one chromosome number is vary, then we call it as aneuploidy. We give it as 2n minus 1 or 2n plus 1. Haploidy, you know, when the diploid cell undergo meiosis, it gives rise to the one set of chromosome that is called as haploidy, and diploidy is as it is 2n. So the answer for this question is A, that is polyploidy. Next question. A man of B blood group marries a woman of AB blood group. Which type of progeny indicate that the man is heterozygous? See student, if the parent is of AB blood group, you know that the genes are IA and IB. Here man, we have to just check for the heterozygous condition. Now in this condition, if you look at the options, like if you look at the option and if you look at this arrangement, you come to know that some of the children will be 100% with the B blood group, but we have to find out the one blood group which will denote that the man is heterozygous. How can we find it out? I'll just show you. IB, small I, IA, IB. Okay, this will result into AB blood group. This will result into B blood group. This combination will result into IA small I and IB small I. Check students. This child is going to have AB blood group, same as that of this. Then here it is going to be B, A, B. Now, we had B blood group in the father and we had AB blood group in the mother. Okay. But here we have got a new type of blood group, that is A. This A represents that the father is 100% heterozygous, not homozygous. So answer for this question is C. Let's go to the next question now. Yeah. Which of the following characteristics represent inheritance of blood group in humans? We have got laws in this chapter. We have to see which laws will stand for AB blood groups. Okay, now they have given five conditions here. Dominance is there, codominance is there, multiple allele is there, incomplete dominance is there, and polygenic inheritance is there. See student, when we talk about blood group, we have got four types, that is A, B, AB and O. When I am talking about A blood group, IA and small I and IB and small I, in both the condition you can see that these two genes are dominant over small genes, and that is the reason this will result into A blood group, this will result into B blood group. This shows pure law of dominance. Second, when we are talking about AB blood group, IA gene and IB gene, both genes are dominant equally. That is the reason both will show its phenotype and the blood group is AB, and that is what we call it as codominance. This is an ideal example for multiple allele, because you know that blood groupism, the gene I has got its three forms, that is IA, IB, small I. One gene, many forms, that is what we call it as multiple allele. Incomplete dominance we cannot see here as we don't have any incomplete dominating gene. Polygenic inheritance, no, this gene has got many forms, but it is not controlled by many genes. So here the answer is 1, 2 and 3 is applicable for the blood groups. So the answer here is B. Let us go to the next question now. A woman has X-linked condition on one of her chromosome. This chromosome can be inherited by. Simple basic concept. Imagine for the hemophilia. You know hemophilia is X-linked inheritance. Okay. Imagine we have got a mother who is having one affected chromosome. So let us take it as XHX. Father is normal. Keep one thing in your mind. This lady can give any one of the X chromosome to the son and to the daughter also. When it comes to the men, in men what will happen is they give X chromosome to the daughter only and Y chromosome to the son only. So in this case, the X chromosome can be inherited by only daughters, only son, only grandchildren, both son and daughter. When it comes to the female, it can happen through son as well as the daughter. So the answer is D. Next. Name the syndrome which is caused when there is trisomy of sex chromosome. Let us have the karyotype here. Turner syndrome, 44A plus X naught. Down syndrome, 45A plus XY. You know, in Turner syndrome, these ladies have only one X chromosome. One X chromosome is lacking. So we call it as monosomy of sex chromosome. But they have asked here us about trisomy. Here this is monosomy. Down syndrome is autosomal trisomy. It is not sex chromosome trisomy, it is autosomal trisomy. Klinefelter's 44A plus XXY. A man who is having one more extra chromosome, and that is the reason he is having some feminine characters. Cridochat syndrome is additional disorder where a small arm of chromosome is detached. So the answer here, that is trisomy of sex chromosome, is Klinefelter's syndrome. So these are the questions for today. Bye bye.